very good to see you all. It's good to see anyone, actually. So yeah, I'm yet to find out if I last the night. If I do keel over, don't worry, because I have died on stage heaps of times.
You've got a nurse in the audience. I can revive you. I'll make sure I don't get drunk.
Oh, heck. Well, yeah, first things first, I'd like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land that we occupy, the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation, so that we can continue their traditions of storytelling. Yeah, so what is going to happen tonight? Tabani Tsuma is happening tonight.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, what a way to celebrate, because next month is Melbourne Cup Day, and there won't be a Passionate Tongues next month. Which, yeah, pity about that, because that would have been the 24th anniversary of my hosting this gig. So I'm going to preempt that by celebrating 24 years tonight. Just in case I don't make it to the next one. And yeah, so what will be happening tonight? We're going to start with 5 open mic readers, and then Thabani will do his first set. There'll be a bit of a break. Then Thabani will come back to do a second set. We'll have a raffle draw. Then the rest of the open mic. And yes, I did say the R word. Raffle. And yes, there's some really, really neat prizes you can win tonight, and I'm going to show them to you.
Can we win your t-shirt, Michael?
Oh, yeah. All right, now these 2 books here, printed in 1935, the complete prose works of Henry Lawson. So all of his short stories in 2 volumes. In roughly 12 years, these books will be 100 years old. What else have we got? Dorothy Porter. A favourite poet of many people, I used to follow her around like a puppy, I tell you. I used to go to all of her gigs. I even drove up to Castlemaine to see her, and when I was there, I actually told her that I had found a first edition copy of Monkey's Mask, and would she sign it? And she did. So I'm very grateful to her for that. But this Dorothy Porter is called Love Poems. It was published after she died, and there are poems right through her from her career, and I'll be reading a few of these later on tonight. Susan Hawthorne, The Butterfly Effect. If you don't know Susan Hawthorne, she's an absolutely lovely poet. She's based in New South Wales, is she?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she is.
Yeah, because I think the last time I saw her was the Riverina Poetry Festival, and that was years ago. But yeah, she's a very, very admirable poet. And this one here, this is a very, very difficult book to find, and if you win this one, you've got an absolute treasure, because it's by Mal Morgan. Statues Don't Bleed. Mal Morgan is the one who for many, many years ran the Montsalvat Poetry Festival, and he also ran La Mama Poetica for about at least about 25 years or something like that. A very big name in the Melbourne poetry scene, Mal Morgan. Tickets will be $2 each or 5 for 5, do the math. Not many people that tick more boxes in my head than Thabani. He's actually like me saying, I want to pick someone who I want to listen to. And that question is so damn obvious because, I haven't made a secret that Thabani is my favourite poet in the Melbourne scene. So I think you better rescue me now, Thabani, before I make a complete and utter dick of myself.
My heart, Michael, you honour me far too greatly. Words cannot express my gratitude, my love for you, just for everything you've built, everything you do for all of us. It's so much, and we're truly grateful.
Yeah, thank you.
Full disclosure, I forgot that we do a 2-feature thing at Passionate Tounges. But that's not a problem because I have more poems than I have time for in life. So how do we time split it?
10 to 15 minutes per set.
Per set, okay, perfect.
Sorry, sure.
Yeah, that's
Panic.
That's not enough time. Give me more. Hi guys, thank you for coming out. I have some poems to read. I'll do this first set will be like my new set of like new poems, and then I'll do like old poems on the other set. So these are all new, and when I say new, I mean in the past year. That fits in the new category, relatively. Yeah. So this first poem is a food poem. I've been writing a bit about food lately, and back in the day, I used to live in Worcester, Massachusetts, and there was this diner, Annie's Diner, that opened at 5 a.m. and had the best breakfast I've ever had in my life. I dream of Annie's. And we used to like party all night and then go to Annie's, and it was like full circle, just close out the thing. So this is a love poem about food and about Annie's, and it's called 5 a.m. at Annie's. And it goes a little something like that. It goes exactly. Time is an omelette at 5 a.m. The concept gently folding on itself as we devour it. It doesn't fly. Instead, it flirts with you. Ideas tend to seduce each other. Neither of us fall in love. Gravity is a lunchbox. Without the schoolyard nostalgia, it still holds things in place, just not the way it used to. We care more now, but nothing matters. It almost anti-matters. A true lie on a bed of finger food makes for a strange place to start. In the end, we slept in platters, spoiled for choice. I'm not sorry, sometimes I'm resentful, sometimes petty. I waited and all we did was scramble, poach, boil, fry at 5 a.m. No one eats heartbreak for breakfast. We tried. Thank you. There's another food poem. But not actually about food, it's more about like my relationship to food. There's very little food in it. It goes like this. Finger licking good. As a first communion, bless these hallowed hands as they partake. Taste is tactile. Before it bursts to burst, a haptic beckoning back to childhood, my face, more grease than grin, smiling still, peculiar little limbs too short to reach the stove. The first thing my mother taught me how to cook was custard. She said always start with sweetness. Most life lessons can be concocted in the kitchen, the delicacy with which we mix earth and flame and water, slow cooked over hours, how every eve from 4 o'clock was ours, and every dinner time a celebration, every recipe a wonder, every new flavor a marvel, every night a night of firsts. When I was still young enough to learn, they said, in one version of the beginning was the Word, the body bread, both fit for breaking. As a blessing I come from holy consumption, dispelling grace the way the belt, wooden spoon, wayward slipper, and overflowing plate can all translate to love and sound and suck it up. I need every morsel, down to the last drop or scrap of marrow. Growing means you're always hungry, never starving, just ravenous and moody, mildly discarding meaning, discarding that communion. Back then, the streets were always calling. Friday family dinners became an exercise in clock watching. The reverence of distance comes in hindsight too late now, reminiscent of an empty kitchen, making meals of leftovers. They are only leftovers if first they were a feast. These are just uneaten meals made with the same love, now ill-received. If food can be a metaphor for goodness, then I am not a good person. But I am a mediocre chef and an unreliable narrator. Don't believe a word I say, but listen anyway. Listen to the way the right word can make meaning out of air. I boil it. All you need is a lungful, a couple cup sizes, less than 20 fluid ounces to make a miracle. I once read about a guy whose miracles made him holy, and wonder what mine will make of me, what the right lie can make of meaning, what the right wound can make of healing, what a good person would have you believe. I don't believe in most things, but I taste the cynicism of memory, sometimes salty, sometimes acidy, sometimes hot as a metric for temperature. As a need so deep, it's worth the burning. They say spice tolerance is just the senses dulling as we age. It takes more to taste. I can no longer remember the last time my mother cooked for me. I can recount every single meal I took for granted, took in passing, took for less than what it was, took for less than love. We may never say it enough, but we show it. We ask, Wajga, have you eaten? Have you nurtured the vessel that holds your soul? Have you fueled yourself to savor in life's beauty? Have you kept yourself alive because I could never live without you? Have you loved you like I love you? And I do more than you can imagine. So here, my child, take, eat. Thank you. This is going to be my plug set because I have things to plug. So first thing to plug.
The plug's there.
Plug's there.
Yeah, see it. And one over there.
Come on, Nicky, shut up.
Shut up, you old drunk.
I'm doing a Fringe show this month. Oh my gosh. Should probably practice. It's about grief in the diaspora. Because a couple of years ago I lost my father and a bunch of other people. It's an ensemble show. And now a bunch of the other artists in the show have all lost someone who was either in another country or who they couldn't grieve for some migratory reason. And the show is kind of a space to show up in that grief and be like, we witness it, we feel it, and we heal it. So if you like grief, come to the show, have a big cry. It'll be very emotional. So it's a hard sell. 'Cause come to the show about grief.
A screenshot of it too.
And this poem is a piece not from the show, but a piece that I wrote while writing the show. Because I was like, I don't know what to write, so I'll write around it and maybe get to the place. And I think I did. Well, I finished writing it, so come to the show. It's gonna be good. I promise. It's practiced. This is called Cyberpunk and Grief. Because there's this video. I play a lot of video games. There's this video game, Cyberpunk 2077, and like one of the concepts in the video game is like this guy dies and he's uploaded onto like a virtual thing that's put in like another guy's head. So he has this dead guy like in his head while he's like shooting everyone. Video games, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, it's called Cyberpunk and Grief. I uploaded my dead father to the cloud. He'll live forever now. In bits of data hard-coded to my heartbeat on impulse. Grief makes you impulsive. Makes you want to live forever. I don't want to live forever. I just want no one else to die. The difference is distinct but not binary. My dead father is now a string of untouchable digits. It's fitting how the first thing they kill is language. Now he is translated into script, a hallowed data set, a mathematical proof of an afterlife housed in the holy home of the same God that said, "Let there be," incandescent filament. To him or it or them, we pray at the digital altar, the 14-inch bespoke forbidden fruit, gaze through liquid retina window to the soul. What is a soul if not a poorly written source code, executing an if statement life with inconsistent variables on what it means to be alive? I called him my dead father to make an adjective of the reaper, to make loss superfluous, something that can be fixed by a scrutinous line edit. I was told life can be a story. So the moments are just copy. We can cut and paste and backspace. We can mix metaphors, rewrite the code, live forever in a legacy of letters. My dead father is an app I can't delete but put to sleep, a hurt that can't be held but can't be let go of either, can't be left to haunt the ether. Haunt me instead. Tuck me to bed the way you did when I was small. Be my baba, my dada, my data. Downloading. 404. Father not found.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you, Thabani. There will be more Thabani after the break.